Hello, everybody. Steve Trowbridge here, and I am back. And today I thought I would do a video on. It kind of just occurred to me to do this today, but I got the urge to do this video. But as you can tell by the title, this is going to be about snobbish and uppity readers. So, and it's going to be either discussion or rant. I mean, it might become kind of rantish, but I thought I would just put it up there anyways in case it does. And if it doesn't, then you can just call it a discussion. But so basically, I mean, I think anyone who reads a lot or anyone who's a fan of reading or books or whatever, I think they probably know what that means. I mean, just like uppity and snobbish readers, basically readers who just judge and insult other people if they're not reading, like if you're not reading books or works of literature that are considered classics, or you're not reading like Moby Dick or Shakespeare or just, you know, works of literature or something that aren't considered classic or aren't considered just high class, whatever, then I mean you might as well not be reading at all, and then you're just really immature and you need to grow up and you need to read, you know, more of that classic type of stuff and not that stupid shit. That's basically what uppity and snobbish readers are. I mean, they probably don't say exactly that, but yeah. So felt the need to do this because I was watching a video by Travis McBee, and he does, you know, reading. He does videos on writing, all kinds of stuff, but he did a video a while back, and I think it was his top 5 books of all time. I think it's been a while since he did it, but basically he had several pretty good books in there. He had Misery in there, which is one of my personal favorites by Stephen King. Salem's Lot, another good one by Stephen King that I started, but I didn't actually finish. I have to get on that. And his number 1 was Harry Potter, the whole Harry Potter series, and I couldn't agree more. I mean, I don't know what I would have in my top 5, but you know, I've read a lot of books that I like. Haven't read a ton of books that I just have a great disliking for, but yeah, he had Harry Potter as number 1 in the number 1 spot, and I would agree with that because, you know, Harry Potter is, I mean, I guess if you had to classify it, it would technically be like a children's series, but you know, everyone likes it. Like children like it, and adults like it. Everyone can enjoy it. You know, it's not just it's a series that everyone can enjoy, and to me, you know, that really tells just how talented J.K. Rowling is. You know, if she can capture, you know, the attention and the imagination of children and adults, I mean, that's pretty good, and in my opinion, you know, if you're a writer too, so that's pretty good. But yeah, I mean, his favorite is Harry Potter, and that's definitely one of my favorite series of all time. I love Harry Potter. I mean, I've reread it multiple times. I mean, it's just amazing. You know, the writing is excellent, the characters are great. Just, I mean, sure, it has its flaws. I mean, you know, someone pointed out about the time turner, and I never noticed that before, but that actually is kind of a plot hole in the series. But anyways, I'm not here to talk about Harry Potter. Someone in the comments who actually inspired me to do this video, so thank you, person who was in the comments. Basically, he commented and said, "Oh, you know, your list is childish. You know, you need to your list is childish. You need to revise it. You need to put." He basically didn't approve of him having Harry Potter in the number 1 spot because he's an uppity snobbish reader, and that's actually what I said. Like I said, I commented and I said, "Oh, I'm guessing you're one of those uppity snobbish reader types." That's exactly what I said. And then he replied back and he's like, "Yes, you're absolutely right." And whether he was being sarcastic or, I mean, he was probably just like, "Yeah, dude, you're exactly right," or whatever. And then someone else got really mad and responded with just like a really angry comment like, "Dude, shut the fuck up, eat a dick," or something. So I didn't reply with that. Some other person did. And then the guy responded with, "Oh, anyone who has Harry Potter as their favorite needs a crib and a set of toys to play with." So basically, he's pretty much just reiterating on his former point, you know, that if you love Harry Potter, you consider it to be one of the best in your opinion, then you are a child, or you are very childish and immature. Um, and I just replied back with, well, I guess I need a crib and toys, so because I love the Harry Potter series, so thanks for the advice. I just hope that I'm able to find a crib that's big enough for like a 6'4", 6'5" male, a 19-year-old 6'4", 6'5" male in college. I hope there's a crib big enough for that, and I hope there's like I hope there's a yeah, I just hope there's a big enough crib for that for me. But anyways, all bullshitting aside, you know, I don't really know how to say it, other than just quit. Don't judge other people for the books that they like. Not just because someone isn't only reading classics or what you consider to be classics, you know, doesn't give you the right to judge them. And just because a book like Hunger Games or Harry Potter or Stephen King, I mean, whatever. I'm a big fan of Stephen King. I like adult and young adult, Just because those books may not be considered, or just because those books aren't considered classics right now, that doesn't mean that they aren't, perfectly well written and good stories on their own. That doesn't mean that's not correct at all. And, the main point is that everybody is reading. Harry Potter got a lot of people reading when they weren't reading. Um, it's a fact. I started reading with Harry Potter. Granted, I was reading the first Lord of the Rings book in fifth grade, actually, but I was reading Harry Potter in elementary school, and I reread it in middle school, and I reread it in high school. It's that good. It is a very good series, and it is one of those series that is going to be remembered and last, throughout a long span of time, you know. Like I said, everyone loves it, whether it's a child, teenagers, adults, male, female, whatever. Everyone can like it, everyone can love it, and that's how good it is. So, you know, I just don't know how else to put it other than don't judge other people for the books that they like. Quit being such a snobbish, uppity person when it comes to books. I haven't read any classics like because I'm my willing to, but I have read like I've most of the classics that I've read as a class, but I've read some classics that I like To Kill a Mockingbird I thought was really good. Um, of Mice and Men, I don't know if that's considered a classic, but of Mice and Men, To Kill a Mockingbird. Haven't read Lord of the Flies, but I would like to read that. That sounds pretty good. It sounds good. Like, it just sounds pretty cool. I know that's considered a classic. Read The Great Gatsby. That is a classic that I did not like. I did not like The Great Gatsby, so whoever made that comment in that video, you're probably never going to see this video, but still, I bet that makes you really happy, doesn't it? That I'm bashing, or not bashing, but just like that I dislike one of your beloved classics or classic literature, whatever the fuck, whatever. Whatever you think is quote unquote real literature or whatever you call it, good literature, whatever. Um, but yeah, I'm kind of rambling off. But anyways, that's my point. Just quit. Don't be snobbish. Don't be an uppity reader. Just read what you like and don't judge other people for what they like. Whether they like Stephen King or Dean Koontz, or whether they like mystery novels or whatever. Or if they like young adult, or, fuck, even if they like Twilight or 50 Shades of Grey, who cares? At least everybody's reading. Isn't that the point? Everybody's reading, so isn't that the good thing about it? Everybody's just reading. You got more people reading. Isn't that the main point of it all? Like I said, Harry Potter got a lot of people reading, and so did some other books too, as well, that may not be works of classic literature, or, it might be young adult, or, whatever, but... And if this hasn't convinced you, then, I'm trying to be nice here, but what I really want to say is, if you are a snobbish reader who judges other people for not reading classics or, great works of literature, or quote unquote great works of literature, then I would advise you to please remove the large stick that is clearly up your ass and just stop judging other people for what they like to read. So, yeah, really don't like snobbish and uppity readers. They just need to go away and let people enjoy what they enjoy to read. I mean, it's just like movies, you know. I mean, it's like someone who judges people for liking, you know, some of the newer, more modern movies rather than, you know, the old black and white movies, because they consider, you know, the black and white movies, the older movies, to be uh, uh, a classic film. I mean, classic theater or whatever. I don't know what you call it, but like classic work of film or classic movies. I mean, I don't know, but like, you know, I mean, it's entertainment when it comes down to it. Reading, or at least I hope it is. I mean, I know there's some people who don't read for enjoyment; they just read it because they think it makes them look smart or whatever. But yeah, I mean, reading, you know, for enjoyment, it's all subjective, and you know, so is, I mean, entertainment, you know, subjective thing. So but yeah, so that's it for this video. And let me know what you think on this subject, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.